Welcome to the RaceGrooves weekend show, Easter Sunday. Spent the day with the family, and I'm getting to this very late. It's already 7:20 here in Los Angeles, California. I tried to get it done before, but I had some people coming by, help me get some stuff built in the warehouse, because I'm trying to get another filming area built. So that kind of messed up my plans for filming this early. Anyways, thank you for showing up. This week I did do a Hot Wheels case unboxing video, 2018E, and hopefully you got a chance to check that out. When you watch that video, you can post a suggestion or two for track time out of that case. And not only can you post that suggestion on the video, but I also make a post on my Instagram account, RaceGrooves. I also post it on my RaceGrooves Facebook page. So you can enter in all three places. And every track time video I do, now they're on the track time channel, every track time video, I pull suggestions from YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So, you know what? A lot less people posting suggestions on Facebook, on Instagram. Look for the post that has the image of that case. And that's where you post your suggestions, all right? Not all over the place. And that's what I'm going to talk about right now. Ken Windsor, in my opinion, I love your weekend show. Can't get enough of them or you. Thank you, Ken. But you got to do just like everybody else. If you want a shout out, you can't butter me up with hearts and expect to get a shout out. You watch the case unboxing video, right? And then one or two cars out of that case, that was E, you say, I suggest A and B for track time. So when I do track time, I pick 16 cars, I make my video. Note how I'm doing this, okay? I pick the cars that I'm going to do for track time. Then I come back to the track time video, the case unboxing video. So let's say I'm doing track time for 2018E. I figure out some kind of track time thing I want to do. And it could be boosters, loops, and curves. It could be downhill racing. It could be anything, right? We're testing cars on the track. I do the video first. I film it. And then when I'm editing, I come back to the comments to look for somebody who, let's just say Surf Crate, happened to be one of the cars in the case, 2018E, right? I come back to the case unboxing video for 2018E. I look for people who suggested Surf Crate, and I pick somebody to get the shout out. So Civic Rider 555, ask RaceGrooves, if you get hands on the 2018 G case, would do my shout out for Mock Speeder for me for track time. If you post that randomly someplace, I'm never gonna find it, because when I do the G case unboxing, I have a G case, by the way, but I'll get the video up. So when I do the track time, then I go to the G case unboxing, and let's say I used Mock Speeder, which I probably will, because I tend to pick the new models to showcase in that video at least. If not that case, then the next case, most of the time. Well, if I go to 2018 G, was it? I closed the window. I think it was G. Your comment's not going to be there. Why? Because you posted it on the weekend show. It needs to be posted on the case unboxing video for me to find it. Don't post it in the RaceGrooves community on Facebook. Don't post it on Twitter. You have to look. It has to be on that video where the car was in that case. It has to be on Instagram or Facebook where I show the picture of that case, and Mock Speeder has to be in that case. And then I find your name. Otherwise, if you don't post it there, you don't even have a chance. So that's how you get. And you know what? The instructions are in the description of every case unboxing video. Okay, you can double check to read if you need a little more help. Wendy and Manny had no idea asking for likes and comments for a giveaway was asking to get into trouble. I am subbed to a few different diecast channels, and two of them do semi-regular giveaways. I enter occasionally, and I ain't no snitch, LOL. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people have been doing giveaways all over the place, I used to do them, 5 years ago, I'm guessing, right? And what I would do is I'd say, hey, next month I'm going to do I'd tell them heads up what video I had planned, and I said I would pick a random comment from that video, right? So there was nothing in the video that said it was a giveaway video, but people knew ahead of time that's the video. Well, because of YouTube changes and because I was growing my channel and this is what I do, I don't want to take a chance on it. So I stopped giveaways a long time ago. Not only that, people cheating. They were making up extra account names. There was some stuff going on. Not only that, what if they're not in the USA? What if they're a state that doesn't do giveaways? Anyways, I just don't go do giveaways. And you know what? How other people do giveaways, that's on them. I'm just saying, go for it. I'm just saying, for me, I don't do it. And talking about likes and comments, that's why I do the case unboxing videos and I do track time from the case. Well, YouTube, if it sees lots of comments, lots of people watching lots of minutes on the video, YouTube helps promote that video along the side or this side. I'm not sure which way you're looking, or on the bottom. So that's one reason why I ask people to post comments, because it helps the video. So that kind of helps me. On the other hand, you, the viewer, get a chance at a shout out in a track time video. I have track time videos with millions of views. So you get a chance to have your name shown on a video that has millions of views. So that's why it's important. Watch the case unboxing videos, and that's where you have your chance for a shout out. All right. I also, off the pegs, they had ran into a Walmart NASCAR set for Dale Earnhardt Jr., so you might want to keep an eye out for those. Lukewarm, ask RaceGrooves, could you show me all the low carbs you've collected over the years? They're quite interesting cars. Yeah, low carbs is pretty cool. My kids were younger at this time, and I was buying these cars because they're pretty good for the track, My kids called them squishy flat cars. A pretty good name, don't you think? Now, I think there were 2 cars that were in the basic assortment. There might have been one in a 5-pack, a couple I forget. But my 5-packs are buried right now because I'm doing stuff. Like I said, I'm making another filming area. Can't show you my 5-packs, but here's a couple that are in my collection, and there's not very many of the low carbs. But since I can't find those others, now I only have a couple to show you. There's only half. Let's go ahead and take a look. I still got the track time set over there for elevator action. Let's give low carbs a quick run. If you've seen that track time video already, you'll know that these pieces of orange track don't belong. That's because I'm working on this area where I set up my quarter-mile downhill racetrack, and I moved the track to take care of it. I set all of that track from my downhill race setup over here. I want to keep it flat. Speaking of flat, the squishy flat cars, black's going to show up pretty good. It's got a lot of contrast to the orange. Yellow will kind of blend in, but let's go ahead. I'm just going to give it a trip on the last part of the track. You'll see if it works in the kicker loop and how well it works in the horseshoe turn at the end. I hope you enjoyed that little peek at low carbs. Haven't seen one in quite some time. Cookie Klingler. Cookie Kingler, ask RaceGrooves, this is just a friendly recommendation. You should review a car every weekend show. I do try to show something, and that's why I picked low carbs. Just depends on, one, if somebody asks. By the way, I won't be doing like track time every time in the weekend show if somebody asks. Today, just because I just did. I'm just saying. But I definitely need to show a car because I need something for the thumbnail for the weekend show, right? Thank you, Cookie. Benji Gaming 10, try the car Electrack for the next track time, please. Well, Electrack, I do have it, but it's not till the G case, and like I explained. By the way, I decided to show this because, hey, Electrack, I think this thing is going to be quite a pretty good track car. It has nice long sides, like 24 hours. I suspect it's going to be fantastic, but you have to put your comment in the right place, okay? On that note, with the Track Time channel, I don't know, I'm a little out of order. I'm not sure if I'm... You know what? I'm going to talk about that right after this. Just before the break, Benji Gaming 10 was asking about Electrack for the next track time. My questions got out of order. I spent a lot of time putting my questions in some type of order so that the show has a flow to make it better for the viewer, right? They got out of order. Something was wrong. But so just to go back to Benji Gaming 10, I'm going to have different types of presentations on the Track Time channel, by the way. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to take suggestions over there. If I do come up with something, it would be over there. It would not just be random anywhere on RaceGrooves or anywhere else. I'd have to set up some way, but I have to see how that goes. And as far as for the next Track Time, I'm like a year behind on the cases. So even the case that Electrac is in, this is 2018G. I'm only on the 2016 cases. So it would be quite some time. There's pretty much never immediate Track Time requests. I just can't do it. Now, I have Patreon, and if I came up with some way to where a family wanted to somehow as a gift have their child get a Track Time like right away, maybe I could come up with that. But it's a touchy subject, sorry. The 8-Bit Geek, speaking of the Track Time channel, a head-to-head Track Time race between different Batmobiles would be pretty cool if you ask me. That's because there was the TV Batmobile in that Track Time video. And so that's why I had the Epic Track Battles channel. I decided we're not going to do that. Instead, Epic Track Battles is going to be one of the shows on the Track Time channel. It'd be like a feature show. Like the RaceGrooves Weekend Show is a feature show here on RaceGrooves. Well, the Epic Track Battles is like a feature show that'll be on Track Time and the Track Time channel. So, yeah, head-to-head Batmobiles. If I come up with once I get ready to launch that, then that would be an interesting. But the deal is people have to specify exactly which cars they're talking about. None of this, hey, pick a Ford versus Chevy and give me a shout out. No, you're going to have to make a little effort. Help me out, okay? You got to pick the two cars. But that's later on. That's not right now. On that note, I'm not saying these are related or not, but Hot Wheels, the Mattel, they announced Easter, April 1st. They show an Easter picture. Is it April Fool's? Is it not? I don't. They say it's going to show up at Walmart. Thanks. Easter's already passed. I don't know what happened, but I'm sure there's some of these cars that you guys are going to be looking for. I suspect Twin Mill 3 will be the favorite, but also shown are Ground Effects in yellow, Spectite in light blue, Canyon Carver in green, Rocket Box is in green as well, and Ultra Rage is in purple. I do like seeing that Twin Mill 3 in orange is back. I suspect you'll be seeing that pretty soon somewhere. I'm not saying. I did another Auto World unboxing video. Thanks again to Round 2 for providing them for review. And in that video, I talk about the features, why these cars cost more than $1. Detailed lights, window trim, side markers, headlights, license plates. A lot of the cars have rubber tires, opening features, metal bases, lots of features. And I've been talking about how they have steering wheels, actual steering wheels. Unlike, the basic brands, anyways. So, well, someone got a little upset. And I did not show their name. I left it out. Stop trash talking Hot Wheels. I'm not trash talking Hot Wheels. They're $1 basic brands. That's what they are. And Mattel's cutting costs to keep it as affordable as they can to keep it under the US $1 price point, right? I'm not trash. It's whatever. Hot Wheels, that's what they are. Maisto, that's what they are. Matchbox, that's what they are. I'm not trash talking, Besides, I was talking about the benefits of the adult collectibles brands. I would not trash talk something. It is what it is, right? It's a $1 car. It is what it is. I'm not trash talking it. So on that note, you have a tendency to show up on my Auto World and Johnny Lightning case unboxing videos. Major Ed is lame. That's from the weekend show. So lame, Hot Wheels and better. Lame. If you're going to talk about trash talking, it's on you, Bubba. And as far as you using symbols to simulate like you're calling me a name, You're walking a thin wire, okay? On that note, steering wheels in the RaceGrooves community, I wanted to talk about the steering wheels, because this is what I'm talking about in the audio world. I show how the steering wheels actually look like steering wheels in the auto world and Johnny Lightning brand. Thanks to Scott Mesher in the RaceGrooves community. He showed an image. Now, see, he has this deco delivery. I believe this is what the casting is called. And you know what? He likes the casting, but he wanted the wheels for something else. He does customizing. So he's going to break it down, and he's going to use the wheels for something else. You know what it says? If I want to send my cars through the boosters, loops and curves, if I want to open my stuff up, it's mine. I can do what I want to do, right? I paid for it. So if he wants to customize, he's going to customize. On that note, check out the steering wheel. It's just a little stump. Here we have a $4, $5 Hot Wheel, right? And the steering wheel is just a stump. Look at it. It's not even a stump. What is that thing? It looks like the cement cone in front of Target so people don't drive their cars through the front doors. That's what it looks like. Brom Collier also helped me out in the RaceGrooves community. And he disassembled, I think it's a Matchbox Dodge A100, I think it's called. And, it's just kind of a little stumpy thing. It's okay. It's a $1 basic car. I'm fine. I'm fine with it. Brom reminded me that Oz Wheels has a whole channel where he takes apart cars. Here you have the 85 Honda CRX, and you can see there's no steering wheel detail. It's just kind of, I guess it's kind of, there's details there somewhere. Now, the toy companies do that just to make it easier for them to produce. They're trying to make cars, $1 cars, cheap as mass produced and whatnot. There's a problem with the steering wheel. It's a little part, right? And before, they used to have it to where the steering wheel was part of the interior, and then they can make the steering wheel stick out and form it really nice. And then they would take it and they would fold it like this, and then the steering wheel would be right here, and then they'd pop it into the car. Well, there's a problem with that little part, right? It can easily break off when they're making the part. When they're putting it together, that part can break off. Also, when they're molding it and it's coming out of the thing, it's a little part. It's so hard to form that little. There'd be a lot of rejects. So for one, it makes assembly easier because they just pop it in and go. There's no folding to make that nice steering wheel. Less waste, cheaper to keep the cost down. That's how they keep it under $1. I have no problem with that. And Oz Wheels, if I didn't show a link before, he does a lot of this to where he takes cars apart and shows you the interiors. You can check them out if you'd like. Corvette Guy Ponoco, Ask RaceGrooves at 119. What car is that? And it was in the 20-pack or 10-pack. I showed him that was Fast Fuse. Flame Gamer, Ask RaceGrooves, can you do more cars like Lightning McQueen and more reviews? I have to cut back on the individual car reviews as far as feature videos on RaceGrooves because I'm trying to get my track time channel going. I got to get it up and running. I got to get more entertaining videos. Downhill racing, I want to set up my own. I'm afraid I won't be able to do. I have to cut back on the amount of individual reviews I do. But you never know. Some Disney cars, like if it's a truck, I show them in Truckin' Tuesday. Kevin965, Ask RaceGrooves. Hi Mark, I'm from Mexico. My question is, how can I watch the show you recorded with the Mythbusters? Yeah, Mythbusters. Well, I'm not sure where Discovery Channel is showing the episode where my family participated on Mythbusters. The episode was called Is Yawning Contagious? Because, if you've seen Mythbusters, they would have like 3 stories in one episode. So the title of the episode was Is Yawning Contagious? So they tested yawning. They tested toast. Does buttered toast fall face up, face down? And they also tested a downhill race between a toy car, between a real car. And they used my track. So we appeared on the show. I don't know where they have it available for viewing. The episode was called Mythbusters, Is Yawning Contagious? Okay. Mobius Zero, Ask RaceGrooves, what set of Hot Wheels track do you really want it? Or a set you love to have it, which you haven't got? It can be 1 or 2 sets, new or old. I did not come up with the specific name of a set, but I would love to acquire a original red line Hot Wheels track set from like 68 to 73. I would love to acquire one of those sets and then do a review of it. But people want hundreds of dollars for those sets. and it might be worth the value to them. That's how much it might be worth sealed, right? But for me to buy a set that's worth $300 and then rip it open to do a review, which might not get a whole lot of views, it might not be good use of my money. So I would love to get a nice price on one of those original Hot Wheels Red Line track sets. There's a handful of different ones. I can't pick one. Cameron Riggins, I just started watching the weekend show. I love it. It keeps me updated on the status of the channel, which is always good. Thank you for tuning in to the weekend show. Limit Breaker Demigra, I so want to meet you in real life if I get the chance. Yeah, you know what? If you're in the Montebello area, you can contact me through, there's lots of ways to contact me, but the address is on my Facebook page. It's in the description of every video, but you got to let me know. Don't be showing up at my door, knock, knock, knock. Hey, I want to hang out. Let's make an appointment so we can chat for a little bit, and then I can get back to work, all right? Mark 2, I love your new clean look. Yeah, I kind of get lazy. Just let it go for a month or two, and then I just buzz it right off. Matter of fact, look, I even got a haircut this week. Tease Diecast, another awesome weekend show. I just got Instagram, so I gave you a follow, and I followed you back, I believe. If you have toy car pictures on your Instagram account, I'll follow you back. And then I like seeing toy car pics in my RaceGrooves feed. If you like taking pictures of your food and all that stuff, I don't want that stuff in my feed. So I followed him back at Toy Car Pics. Ask RaceGrooves, where are you getting the money for the warehouse? Have a good week, Mark. You too, T. Where do I get the money? Well, when an ad shows before the video or when I have a mid-roll, if you let that ad show for 15 seconds or more, I get like 1/5 of a penny. I get like 1/5 of a penny. But anyways, eventually all those fifths add up to a penny, and then I can afford, it takes a lot of views, which is why I got to get my track time stuff. That's what I got to do to help me do what I do. I sit here for the weekend show, get to interact with my viewers, talk about the hobby, talk about RaceGrooves. You guys find out what's going on. People on Patreon, they get to see some behind the scenes, so they already got to see something that I'm working on. But nonetheless, that's where I get my money, from the ads that show with the videos, okay? Also, Noel McCarthy asked RaceGrooves, if you had two choices between slot car sets and Hot Wheels track sets, what would be your favorite? For sure, track sets, but I definitely would like to start having some fun with slot cars as well. I have to set that to the side because I'm busy. But anyways, thank you for watching another RaceGrooves weekend show. Have a great week. Bye-bye.